Hello, everybody. This is Connor Eckel today with the Coastal Currents podcast presented by Desatnik Real Estate. Today I'm joined by Ashley Peoples.
Hello.
Ashley, we're here to talk a little bit about Next Gen 30, your family's foundation that you've created.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of start with the backstory here?
Sure. I think the best way to describe Next Gen 30 would be to describe who it was created by and who it was named after. And that would have been my stepsister, Jenny Farnan. She was pretty much like my ride or die in high school and college. We met my freshman year when our parents, they had been dating for several years. And then my mom thought it would be a great idea to move us to the shore to be closer to her boyfriend, who was Jenny's dad. And we ended up going to the same high school together. We ended up working at the same bar together, like throughout college, and literally just became fast friends. I always used to joke that we were like the messed up Brady Bunch because everybody got along so well. So yeah, that's why we started the foundation. And Jenny was just like a force of nature. Like you could always catch her out on like the dance floor, late night at parties. She had an infectious smile and was just so much fun to be around.
Super energetic.
Yeah, very like next level energy. Until she was asleep in the back of the car because she would do like the Irish goodbye. And
party till you down.
Party till you drop, literally. So it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times together, for sure.
So can you go a little bit into what happened with Jenny and how it led into the foundation?
Yeah, so we were in our 20s. And like I said, kind of just out of college. I had just gotten married. She was my maid of honor at our wedding. And she was still bartending. Like she had also graduated college, and she kept saying that her thumb was going numb, which is like, if you knew Jenny, like she always thought that she had like something going on. Like it was just funny. Like we always used to joke she was a hypochondriac. So she had numb thumb, and we were like, yeah, okay, Jen, sure. And then she called me on April Fool's Day, 2013. I was pregnant with my first son. And said that she had like a grand mal seizure in her driveway. Like her whole body went numb and she couldn't put her car into park. And they rushed her to the hospital. And then she got medevaced up to Jefferson in Philly, and they found that she had a type 4 glioblastoma brain tumor. And she was 26 years old. So like our family just couldn't comprehend that, because that was the first time that anyone that young had ever been affected by anything that severe. And she fought for 3 years against cancer before she passed away. Almost 3 years to the day. She passed away on March 31st, 2016. So it was April 1st to March 31st, 3 years later, pretty much to the day. And she was only 29 years old, which was awful. So you can imagine what that's like. Because I think like in your 20s, because you're in your 20s, I like to pretend that I am, you think that you're going to live forever kind of thing.
You feel invincible.
You feel invincible. And I remember having conversations with Jen and her saying like, this can't be happening to me. Like I've got to be around for stuff. Like I'm not going to die. And we really didn't think she was going to. So when she did pass away, our family was just like, tremendous grief to like the next level. Like I can't even describe it. And then we kind of got our act together. You can only dwell in that for so long. And we were like, Jenny wouldn't want us sitting around just being depressed and devastated all the time. So we decided to earmark all of, instead of like flowers for her funeral, we asked for donations to Lunch with Lynch, which is a nonprofit out of Wildwood. Guy John Lynch runs it. I'm sure like most locals that watch this podcast will know exactly who I'm talking about. But he was instrumental when Jenny was sick. Like he helped do an auction at a benefit for her where we raised like a ton of money to help pay for her medical bills. And Jenny was sick, and she was like, this guy's amazing, but I want to get involved with him. So she ended up like the 3 years that she was ill, she would go out on Christmas Eve and help deliver toys for his toy drive.
She was still active.
She was still up and about and being like, if he's going to give to me, I'm going to give back to the community. And that kind of got us going with, like, her funeral was insane. It was like a day I'll never forget, but it was at Star of the Sea Church in Cape May. And the line was out the door. We had to shut down the receiving line. People couldn't get into the church. It was stacked. People were in the aisles. Like, there was nowhere to stand. And the amount of donations we got towards Lunch with Lynch from her funeral was just unbelievable. Like, our family was just totally blown away. And we were like, okay, that's it. You know, Johnny's got the money. We're in good spirits. And then John reached out to us and was like, hey, I've earmarked all this money from Jenny's funeral, and, you know, I'm going to set up a scholarship in her name. So the first couple of years, like, we did it under John's foundation. Like, we would do all these applications and these scholarships would roll in, and he would help us cut the checks from the money that we got from her funeral. And then we were like, well, why don't we do some fundraising of our own to keep this going? Because this feels good, you know, giving back in Jenny's name.
Yeah.
So we ended up opening our own 501c3, and John was like, here, you got a head start. And then turned the money back over to us into our hands, and we've just been kind of rocking and rolling with it since.
And what year was this?
We got 501c3 status officially, I think, in 2018.
Okay.
And then, I mean, we were having benefits every year after Jenny passed since 2016. But I think 2018 was the first year we did it where we were like, okay, we have our own logo, we have a website, you know.
Official.
This is where you can officially apply for these scholarships. Come join us and celebrate the life of this amazing person. So, yeah, that was 2019.
That's awesome. And how many people, obviously you have a lot of people that come around and help, but how many people are actually on the board, like day to day?
So it's funny, like we have a board because you have to have bylaws and all these things to set up a foundation. But the board is Jenny's mom and dad, Jenny's two brothers, Jenny's two stepsisters, which are me and my sister, my mom, and then my stepbrother, Paul's wife. So everyone that's on the board is like a family member who knew her like very well, intimately, grew up with her. Like, so yeah, it's fun. It kind of keeps us all together too. Like,
and it's a positive way to remember constantly. Yeah.
I mean, we do this benefit that's coming up November 15th at Carneys. Hope to see you there. And we just started doing 3-on-3 basketball tournaments. We've had 2 successful ones in the fall. And we're hoping to start one in the spring, but the weather hasn't really cooperated with that. Like, we were supposed to do it last April, and it was a rainy mess.
You never know.
Yeah, but our Halloween one has been very successful. We had a bunch of people turn out for that. You know, we have spooky music playing, people dress up, and it's a fun day on the courts. Basketball is like a big thing because Jenny was a huge basketball player. She was a 1,000-point shooter at Wildwood Catholic. Like, her basketball is still in the trophy cabinet over there. And she was on the team forever. And she did play for a little bit at Rowan, I think just her first year when she was in college. Yeah. So
that's cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
So going back to the November 15th at Carneys, can you go a little bit deeper on that? What is going on there?
Yeah. So we used to have this benefit at the La Mer in Cape May, and we outgrew the room because we had so many people coming to this event. So we started looking for another venue, and I got hooked up with Sean Carney and Michelle Knox, who work over there. And they were like, we'd be happy to host it for you. So we shut down both sides of Carneys in Cape May. We get a live band. The Loop is playing this year. We charge $30 at the door. It includes, you know, your typical standard fare, beef sandwich, salad, pasta salad, some desserts, and then beer and wine is included with that ticket. And then we do a 50-50 auction, 50-50 raffle. 50-50 raffle. We have silent auction, and then we also have what we call like a penny auction, where you get like this one ticket with all these like little tickets on it, and you put them in the baskets that you want.
Okay.
And every year I'm convinced it's going to start dropping off, and then every year so far we've beat out the amount of prizes we had the year before. So a good amount of people walk out of there winning additional items, which is
we won something. Fun. We weren't able to come, but we had somebody else put some tickets in.
Oh, really?
And we got something. I can't remember what it was.
I've had multiple friends like clean up. Like John Owundo from our office hit for the 50-50, and I think he had started working with us for like less than 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, come check it out. And he ended up hitting for like $2,500. So I was like, that's awesome. Yeah, way to go, Ben.
So what are some of the prizes that'll...
So we have a Cape May Day Spa gift certificate. We get tons of gift certificates to restaurants. I have Sam's Pizza, the Flight Deck Diner, I'm drawing blanks, excuse me, Lucky Bones. And then I have an aviation museum gift certificate. We have a giraffe encounter from the zoo.
That's a cool one.
I got a huge Rolling Rock tricycle bike this year that's going to look sweet. I have a road bike on top of that from Village Bike Shop.
Got my eye on that one.
Did you see it in the office?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks sweet, right? Cool. But in case you were wondering, it's like a multi-speed road bike. Shore Title just dropped off. I forget what it's called. It's something to do with like basketball, but it's like the kids play it on the beach, and it's like a movable net.
Okay.
It's really, really
that sounds cool.
Awesome. They dropped that off today. I've got like gym memberships, you name it. Like the community comes out in force for this event, and I can't thank the people that do donate to this to make it all possible, because people come to play. Like I crack up at the people that are like buying the tickets and are like really serious about wanting to win. And I mean, I feel the same way whenever I win. I win all like a $2 scratch off, and you guys would think that I'm like gonna buy a new car.
So if somebody's looking to get a ticket, how would they go about that?
So you can buy them ahead of time at the DeSatnig Real Estate Cape May office. I have them there for $30, or you can come the night of. We've got plenty of tickets. You can buy them at the door. Okay. Some people just like to kind of cut the line. So I do sell a good amount of tickets ahead of time, but we'll let you in.
All right. Sounds good. So where do the funds that you raise at these events go in the community?
So pretty much every dollar stays in Cape May County. Like I said, we have a board that is made up of our family members, so nobody's getting paid. We have limited overhead for running the foundation. We've just got to pay for insurance, our website, and that's about it. I mean, I would say that it costs us less than $1,000 to run the foundation annually. So every dollar goes either towards, we have a personal goal, our mission statement, which is to do 30 acts of kindness annually in Jenny's name. So we've done everything from assisting families that have experienced fires, assisting families that have a sick child, families that are experiencing loss because of cancer, single moms who've lost jobs and can't afford to pay their bills. We've paid electric bills. We've paid gas bills. We've paid mortgages. We do a lot to like help people get on their feet when they're struggling. And a lot of it's like silent, kind of behind the scenes. So as not to make like a big deal about it, but just to let them know like there's this foundation here that's here for you. And then the other big thing we do is the scholarships. So we do 3 scholarships annually, and it's all Cape May County high school graduates. We do a 3-point, which is a $3,000 scholarship. Male, female can apply. We're looking for somebody that excels in both athletics, academics, and service work. And then we have a $1,000 scholarship that we give annually to a female basketball player in Cape May County. And then we do a $1,000 scholarship to either a Bishop McHugh student or Wildwood Catholic student who is continuing on to Wildwood Catholic High School, since that was Jenny's alma mater. So that's another big place that the money goes towards. And then our newest endeavor has been to like kind of revive some of the hoops at a lot of the local parks. So we donated benches to the park down on Madison and Cape May. We helped revitalize some hoops, I think, in West Cape May, so that, the kids have new hoops, new nets to play on, help paint courts. So we're trying to do more of that annually as well, just around town. So if you know of a basketball park that needs a little love, let us know, because we're constantly looking to help revamp that and get people out being healthy, playing ball.
I think it's really unique that you guys don't have like a necessary focus. It's
Yeah.
more just community-based where you're needed, which is...
Yeah. I think for us, we chose that path because we were so blown away when Jenny got sick by like the outpouring of support we got. And I don't know if that's because she was young. I mean, like I said, she was infectious. She was just like this huge personality. So she was connected to a ton of people. And when they were like, oh my God, Jenny Farnan, the basketball player who's like the bartender at the Seaview and who's friends with everybody and no one really has a bad thing to say about, is dying of cancer. Like that doesn't seem right. So the amount of support we got, just even from like patrons at our bar, like they were just writing checks to Jenny, like, here, take this, go treat yourself to a spa day, or, put this towards a medical bill. And we really wanted to pass that on because I think a lot of times, and I don't know if you feel this way, but like it's almost overwhelming the amount of people that need help.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to help everyone. So we didn't want to just like limit it to cancer. We didn't want to limit it to scholarship. We just wanted to be able to like literally write a check when somebody's jammed up or needs help and maybe doesn't get the attention that some of these other GoFundMes or whatever get. We can kind of step in and be like, hey, you're not alone. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Hope this helps. So I don't know. It's been kind of very gratifying from like the standpoint of being able to do that.
And you get to meet a lot more people that way.
Yeah.
It's not just one area of life. It's everybody. It's the whole community, the whole area.
Yeah. And it puts things in perspective. Like you think you're having a bad day. Like you have no idea what people are going through, Like that's why you got to be nice. Just you have no idea like what someone's struggle is daily, what they're dealing with at home, what they're trying to accomplish. Some of these kids that apply for these scholarships, like some of them don't have the family backing them up. And, maybe they're the first time in their family going to college. So we get to kind of help that.
Yeah.
Which again, Cape May County, like we're tiny down here. We take care of our own. So
definitely.
Yeah.
And I guess it's about 10 years now of you doing this. Is there any story that kind of pops out to you? You don't have to drop any names or anything, but...
Oh, that was a tough question. I think recently, like I have a personal friend who is going through cancer as well, and we have been able to help her family quite extensively. And it's crazy, like the amount of people I've met that have brain cancer. I don't know if I'm just like hyper aware of it, but we've come across a lot of families that are going through similar things that we did, and just being able to support them from the other side of what it looks like, be it, you're going to doctor appointments still, or you're now in the grieving process because you've lost your loved one to cancer, and kind of picking up the pieces and moving forward after going through that. Because if you have someone that's sick in your family, it becomes your life. Like you become consumed by it. When Jenny was like fighting at the end, like my stepdad and pretty much moved in with us, after she had a major stroke in November and then she passed in March. But for 5 months, he was living at our house and like kind of holding vigil, like at the house, watching her, like trying to help. And her mom was there every day, and I would take my lunch breaks over at the house. So it's just, it really does consume. And then that person passes and it's like, okay, well, I've been doing cancer care for the past 6 months. Now, where do I go? So, it's been helpful to me to be able to like help others redirect that grief, and try to get through it and see like, what do you do next?
I'm sure just having people that have been through it and have experienced it has got to be so helpful.
Yeah. Like
just to talk
and
to.
Hearing their stories,
Yeah.
It's wild.
So if somebody either can't make it to the event or whatever the case may be, how else would somebody be able to support the foundation?
So we do have a website, nextgen30.com. You can go right on there and either submit a donation right online, or you can go and find the mailing address that's associated with the foundation and mail a check there. If you want to drop a donation for us to put in our penny auction or silent auction. You can do that ahead of time. I'm trying to get everything in my hands by November 13th so I can give everybody proper credit, because that's like another thing for me. Like I really want to make sure that if you donate something to this charity, like you get some credit for it, because a lot of people say that, oh, it doesn't matter, we're just doing it for the cause. But I think it's important, especially for these small businesses that are in Cape May County, to be seen and recognized as something that's actively participating in community and giving back, because not everybody does it.
And you have a lot of people that do it year after year, event after event.
And then call me up and be like, we want to do more. And I'm like, you don't need to do more. But we're just so lucky. Like this community is unbelievable. Like it really is. Like I don't think there's anywhere else like it in the world.
They like to take care of their own.
Yeah. I mean, really, like we take care of our own down here. So.
All right. Well, thank you.
Cool. And, thanks, Connor.
If you're free on November 15th, make sure you head to Carneys. It's from 6 to 10, correct?
6 to 10. We'll be dancing and partying.